Okay, we got some rather troubling news for former Washington football team, uh, formerly known as, it was known as the Redskins. I'm gonna say that right now, but that's what they were known as. But the former owner of the Washington football team, Dan Snyder, says he was extorted out of his job by a minority owner, and that minority owner's name was Dwight Schar. His name was Dwight Schar. Sorry, I had to read that. It's a hard name to read, but let me just give you the details on what happened with Dan Snyder and how he feels like he was extorted. So he was in a filling for court Wednesday, and he said the Washington Post reported details of a $1.6 million settlement the franchise paid to a former employee over sexual misconduct allegations in 2009. So before I continue, basically they were reviewing the fact that he feels like he was extorted because they were reviewing the fact that he paid $1.6 million because there were some employees that I guess were handling some sexual misconduct that had sexual misconduct allegations. So he paid $1.6 million to get out of it. According to Dan Snyder, he said the reason why he paid it, none of this happened, or he said he had no clue of it if it did. He said the reason why he paid it was because he didn't want any negative publicity on his name or on the team. But this gets even worse, and it gets even worse. And for the people who are listening, just be ready. So the New York Times reported last weekend about the settlement on Tuesday. Washington Post reported receiving a copy of the agreement, said it stemmed from an incident on Snyder's plane. The New York Times reported Sunday two investigations, one by a team and one by a law firm, failed to approve failed to approve the claim was correct. They reported Snyder paid a sum to avoid negative publicity, which is what I just said. Two stories posted reported 40 women, yeah, you all heard that right. 40 women were sexually harassed while employed by the franchise under Dan Snyder. They were also reported lewd videos, not lewd, Leud. Okay, don't YouTube. I'm just clarifying with you. It's Leud. Okay, lewd videos produced by the team from outtakes of cheerleading calendars in 2008 and 2010. Snyder claims he had no idea of any of this. So basically, Nate, in case you're still confused, he feels like he was extorted out of the job because of this certain incident that he claims never happened. And the reason why, and he was forced to sell the team because of this incident and because it was leaked and because the Washington Post leaked this information. So, Nate, I'll start with you first. What do you think about Dan Snyder feeling he was extorted? Do you agree with it?
Well, before I get to that, I just want to make a correction. I'm pretty sure Dan Snyder still owns the franchise. I think.
I think
I
he
look. I
sold
think
it.
he still. I think he still owns it. If you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure the last time I read up about him, he still owns. He still currently owns the Washington football team. Um.
Let's
As
check it
for
out. Oh, my bad.
um,
He's being extorted.
what's
So
up?
he's being extorted. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Correction. That was my fault. He's being extorted. So he feels like he's being forced to sell this team due to incidents of sexual allegations that he believes never happened.
Yeah, yeah. All right. I just wanted to make sure because I read up on it and it said he was still the owner. So all right. Anyway, back to my point. This is ugly. This
It
is
is.
very, 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 very ugly. And obviously, of course, we don't wish for anybody to lose their job, but when you're deep in a situation like this, especially one that's very big, especially in the world full of especially in a world full of and YouTube don't get it twisted, but we live in a world with pedophiles and rapists and all of that. Like we live in a world like that. That's a big deal, man. And if you get if you go like miles deep into that situation, there's no telling that your job's gonna be there. I mean, let's be real. I mean, you got these videos were publicized, and you have entire court cases and all of that. It eh, it's just it's ugly, man. It really is. It's way too ugly for my taste.
Oh, yeah, I absolutely agree with you. And the other thing is it's so confusing, man. Like you literally heard me trying to read it. Like you literally heard me
Yeah,
like I'm like reading, I'm like trying to like I'm obviously it's my handwriting, but I'm trying to read like all this information coming at me at once because there's so many incidents. There's one on the plane, there's one from cheerleaders. Like there's so much stuff here. 40 women, like two investigations, like find whatever the hell they found, reports being leaked. It's so confused because it's all over the place. And I mean, they did investigations in the New York Times, and they couldn't find any evidence to support these types of claims being made against Dan Snyder. So until they find like legitimate evidence, and until legitimate evidence shows up in court that he knew about this, or that the people that were working under him knew were doing this type of stuff, then I can't really see Dan Snyder selling this team.
Yeah.
As for Dan Snyder, if he did not do this type of stuff, or if he did not know about this type of stuff, okay, if just get that, like, if none of this is true, okay, I'm not saying it is, I'm not saying it's not, but I'm giving the example. If it's not true, then I can see why he fears he's being extorted, you know.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, making if it's not true, you're making these claims against him, and I mean, like, and it's serious claims, and
Mm.
it could cost him out of his job. And I'm glad that they're going through an investigation before they even force him to do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the thing with owners, like, owners can get involved in a lot of sketchy type of stuff, but but nobody can really force them to sell the team.
Yeah. They can only force them if they were actually like
They
found
can only-
guilty.
Not even that,
Even
like, they
not
can
even
still,
that. Even that you can't.
like, not even that, they can still own the team. The owners can hold the team for as long as they like, either until, like, they can't afford the team, they can't afford
Or
to
they
pay for the
die.
team, or they die. Yeah, then it goes on to somebody else. Correct. So I mean, there's no telling how long Dan Snyder is going to have a hold of the Washington football team. There's no telling, man. And I mean, with that being said, it's honestly, if these allegations are not true, I'd be very concerned if I was Dan. I'd be very upset and pretty mad too that these claims are being against me when they're not true.
Yeah.
Now, going to the other side, if they are true, because I want to make sure I get to both sides, because I'm not trying to show bias towards one or the other. If these allegations are true, then what they need to do is they need to find more evidence to bring in court. Because if you don't have enough evidence, everybody's innocent until proven guilty. Remember those last two words: proven guilty. And you have not proven that he is guilty. You just made claims. So you need more evidence in order to tell the court, look, this man deserves to either be in jail, or he deserves not to have a team, not to own this team no more, because of all the stuff he was letting go and letting happen within this franchise when we were there. And and that's what's so hard about it, is proving somebody guilty. You know what I'm saying? Usually when I look at the law, I always say a prosecutor's job is much more difficult
Right.
than a defense attorney, because the defense attorney, all they have to do is put doubt in your mind.
Right.
Prosecutor really has to prove it. So with that being said, and don't get me wrong, I feel like a lot more people are convicted than being proven innocent. But I do feel like a defense attorney's job is a lot is easier than the prosecutor's job, because the defense attorney, all he has to do is put some doubt in your mind. Prosecutor has to prove all these steps. It has to prove even the doubt's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you go into court, you make these claims. You have no evidence of the claim. You know what I'm saying? You have like the
Right.
reports and everything like that, which is cool. Like, it's not cool. Don't get me wrong. The reports are not cool. Nobody wants to be reported against. Nobody wants to make reports. So, like, it's not cool. But, like, you have these reports, but that's not enough to get this man to get rid of the team.
Yeah.
It's not.
Right.
You need to have legitimate evidence. You say there's, like, right here I'm reading, there's videos of cheerleading calendars in 2008 and 2010, or produced by the team of outtakes of cheerleaders. If you have those videos, then let's see them.
Yeah. Right. Right.
I haven't seen them I don't think they were in court. Unless somebody in the comments or who's watching this knows more than me about this, that they did show these videos in court, then, like, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear more about this case. But, like, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know where the videos are.
Yeah. Right. There needs to be more like, and I always say it too. Like, if you're gonna accuse someone of something, where's the evidence? The first question I ask, where's the evidence?
Right.
Because you could ask me something and it could be true, but like, how am I supposed to know if I wasn't there? And the same thing goes with everybody. Like,
Right. And this is a very serious topic, which is why I'm not trying to lean towards one situation or another. Because who am I to
yeah.
say
Right.
tell somebody they're lying of something this serious? And who am I to say that Dan Snyder's lying when I don't know the whole situation? I was not there. I was You and me were not there, so we cannot say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
We can make our predictions on what we think, but honestly, our predictions don't mean anything until something comes up.
Right. Absolutely.
when it comes to situations like this, and I never want to hear situations about stuff like this with Dan Snyder. I told you, I was like, this is going to be a very interesting topic to talk about because there's so much stuff being done here, man. And I mean, you heard a lot about this like with owners, like the last Panthers owner before David Tepper. He I remember that one got caught with some sexual allegations. Then you
Yeah,
got stuff with Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft solidifying what was it, massage parlors.
Yeah, he had like massage parlors and stuff like that, like prostitution rings and stuff. So these are very serious claims. You know what I'm saying? And I mean like, and I mean, if you want to make sure, if you know Dan Snyder did this for a fact, and if he did, then you have to have more evidence. You have to have more evidence coming to the table.
I absolutely agree. And obviously we don't want to, we don't want to bring bad luck on anybody. We obviously wish
You know,
everybody the best in the situation, and
well,
we're both really interested to see where it goes from here.